Yes, I'm Jere Osgood, and here in Wilton, New Hampshire, and you're in my shop here, um, and I work here almost every day. Um, I do take some time off.
Well, that's good. you, you need that. You've been at it a while. And what kinds of work do you do? What do you specialize in?
Furniture, definitely, and um, if I were asked to specialize, I'd say desks. I like doing desks. They're a functional form, and also sculptural in many. This is a chance for things to develop that way anyway. So I like doing desks. I'm doing 2 desks now that I'm working on. And, however, I've done everything. Cabinet, carcass pieces, chairs, built-in variations, and so forth. So it's just I do. I'll turn on a desk anytime.
Well, I've seen your desk in the Courier. That's quite something.
Yeah, I enjoyed making that. That was it's a little exciting there in places.
Yep.
But, it's a very nice sculptural form when it's closed, and I spent a long time developing that, as well as making it function as a desk, and I think it succeeded.
Yes, I would totally agree. What drew you to the guild? I think you talked a little bit about it being a little bit more focused. Was that the
Yes,
primary reason?
that was what I thought about it, and that was a definite reason that there'd be more definite focus on furniture, since I was a furniture maker.
Yeah.
And I saw that as a great opportunity, and I really liked the league and so forth, but your interests were divided there, all the other fields, and so it was a good opportunity trying to guild.
Well, I think I know you've done a lot of demonstrations along the way too, and I did interview Wayne Marcoux,
Mm-hmm.
who totally credits you with his whole philosophy on how he builds things. After he was blown away when he came here for the demonstration when you did basically layered, tapered.
Yeah, he's taken that and run with it.
He has, and he's done his own deal with it. He uses different woods and those kinds of things, but he really couldn't say enough good stuff about you and what you brought to the table for him, and so
I really like that when somebody can do that, because he's done a lot of good pieces over the years, and I didn't know whether he would have done them if we hadn't had that demonstration.
According to him, no. Because you actually showed him how you could technically do it. He says he's always been very, very careful not to make it look like a Jere Osgood piece. However, he really uses the same technique that you were able to demonstrate. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Wayne Marcoux, and I'm sitting here in my shop. I'm in Manchester, New Hampshire, by the way. And that's it.
And you're also a member of the Furniture Masters?
Yes, I am. And I have been since the beginning of that group, which was 15 years ago this year.
Excellent. What drew you to the guild, and what did it offer you at the time?
Well, I had just become a member of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, which was, more or less a marketing group. And this guild, I went to that meeting, and it sounded like a great group to belong to, just to get to talk to different guys that do what I wanted to do, which was build furniture, and get some advice from them, see how their shops are set up, and it just seemed like a good learning group to belong to.
Yep. It sounds as though you could be one of the guild's success stories. You were new to furniture making and had graduated all the way to the Furniture Masters. What advice would you offer others who have such goals?
Well, I learned from reading a lot of fine woodworking magazines and going to guild meetings and talking with other woodworkers. But what I would probably say to you is don't be afraid to make mistakes, because that's the best way to learn how to do it right, is doing it wrong.
All right, my name is Jack Grube. I'm the Director of Career and Technical Education here at Pinkerton Academy. Before this, I was the woodworking teacher here for 17 years. Been at the school for a total of 31 years, and enjoyed every year.
You recognize in one of your president's messages Peter Block and his idea to hold a turning symposium and the success of the event and how it started the scholarship program. Do you think that these symposiums are still very successful, today, are one of the keys to putting the Guild on the map?
Well, I'd like to say that I think Peter Block is one of the reasons why the Guild is on the map. I think there's a couple key people that I look at, and it's hard to name some with fear that you will not name all. But to me, Peter Block and John Siegel were two people that stand out in that particular category. There were others in other areas, but those two. And the reason is they did things incredibly well and professionally, and they were a great blend between that full-time woodworker, that professional woodworker, and what they felt this organization could be. In terms of the symposium, it brought hundreds of people from all over New England and in time all over the United States to this school, as a matter of fact, which is where we hosted it for this one-day event, and it just was a terrific day. And for me, it branched, or it started to bridge the gap between the Guild and the students in my woodworking program. You know, we got them very involved in the organization of the symposium, and then that led to relationships and getting to know members of the Guild who oftentimes would either come to demonstrate or invite students to their shop. So it brought the Guild to a new level in one way, but it epitomized what the Guild was in many other ways.
Hello, I'm Dave Emerson, and I'm here in my shop. This is my second shop, thanks to having a fire which burned down the old shop, and we got to make a much better one since I had a lot of friends, many of them in the Guild. We had a big party, and this is the section that we built, framed up in a weekend. So I've been working in here almost 9 years now, since the fire.
What importance did Shaker Village and Wood Days have on the Guild's early growth?
Well, I think Wood Days was. I went to the meeting thinking hoping that they would be interested in doing Wood Days with me, because working in Shaker Village, I knew that there should be a woodworking event there. It was just a no-brainer. There should be Shakers being famous woodworkers, and so it would be perfect for the Guild just to have something to do to get started with, an activity that would involve people and would be exciting and interesting to people, and they would be enthusiastic over just a place to start.
My name is Steve Cunliffe. I live in Henniker, New Hampshire, and I was at some of the first meetings and was a member of the Guild way back when. Currently, I've changed occupations and materials, so I'm a potter and still work here. My wood shop is upstairs. My pottery studio now is down in the basement. I go occasionally upstairs, make a piece of furniture here and there, but right now I'm still in love with clay. So
Still all about the hands.
still all about the hands, and getting dirty though now instead of trying to keep everything clean. So not much sanding anymore.
What drew you to the Guild in the beginning, and what did it offer you at the time?
Well, in the beginning, I was more of a tag-along. I was just getting into furniture making. I'd been doing carpentry with John McAlevey, Ted Blatchley for quite a few years, and John went back to furniture making. He was a furniture maker years before and set up a shop in Warner. And I would go over and see what he was doing and fell in love with his furniture and got all the James Krenov books and Sam Maloof books, big avid reader. And so I drooled over all of those. And, you know, I'd learn things from John, from other woodworkers, carpenters. And so I guess at the first meeting, I was there not really as a furniture maker, but more as a carpenter wanting to be a furniture maker. And I was just hoping to learn more, find out what the Guild was all about, because when everybody went there, no one had any idea what it was about. So it was pretty much just a discussion of, you know, what did people want. I think the original idea was more of a fellowship, of just getting together. You know, when you work in a shop, you're all by yourself for the most part. You know, all the studio furniture makers. You're in your shop all day long, you listen to the radio, but that's about it. You don't get much contact. And so this was a really good way to meet new people and get some fresh ideas.
I'm amazed, I'm very thrilled, and I'd like to say congratulations on 20th anniversary of the Guild. And it's just a wonderful organization.
Happy 20th birthday to the Guild, and I'll try to be around for the 40th.
Well, I certainly want to wish the Guild many, many more years, another 20 years, with as much success as it's had in the last 20.
Well, I'd like to say happy anniversary to the Guild, and I'm glad everything's still perking along and expanding, and I think it's great. And it shows what can happen from some small thing of just a few people getting together with an idea, say let's do it, and that thing can grow and influence a lot of people. So it's good.
Say happy anniversary, happy birthday to the Guild for its 20th year. And gosh, it's hard to believe it's 20 years, but you know, we've grown and grown and grown from that first 15 or whatever people to 500 and something now. And maybe I'll talk later about some of the highlights that I saw along.
Well, I just want to wish the Guild a wonderful 20th anniversary party. It's been an amazing journey from those first few people who met at John McAlevy's shop to now 500 more or less members, and all the publications, the subgroups. It's amazing what the Guild has come to after all this time. And congratulations, Guild.
Boy, happy anniversary. Who knew? I just wish there were more groups in the country that would do what the Guild has done. I mean, it has just gone beyond what most woodworking groups do. So congratulations and happy anniversary.
Wish everyone the best as we go on. So happy birthday, happy anniversary. What?
And I think you mentioned how the group has grown to hundreds of members, many hundreds of members, and many from out of state, and now out of country, which is wow.
Happy 20th anniversary or something like that? Or
I think I'd just like to say keep up the good work, and it's been going well for all these years, and if you got an anniversary coming up, why, that's great.
Yeah, so I would like to wish the Guild a happy anniversary, and I hope that it continues for many, many more years, because I just think it's a great group, a great organization for people to learn and share their knowledge with, you know.
Just to wish the Guild a happy birthday or anniversary. Which one do we call it?
It works both ways, I
Okay,
think.
well, happy anniversary to the Guild.
Happy anniversary to the Guild, many more years of great help to woodworkers.
Just congratulations to the Guild. I hear it's over 500 members now.